So hi.
To me or to the listeners.
Of course to you. But then, yeah, I mean,
Hi
hi guys.
Dixon. Hi Dixon and hi guys.
It feels like the thing you do in a corporate WhatsApp group. Like, you know, it's corporate WhatsApp group. Like, good morning. You didn't do it in corporate WhatsApp group. Good morning, SARS. Good morning, Mars. Good morning. The protocol, all those protocol. The one that used to pay me is the one when there is the president there and there are governors there and there are senators there and there are like top people there and Tony Lumelu is there. Like,
And goodness is there.
yeah, goodness,
Oh
I
my
did that
god.
child is there.
Anyway,
And Godfrey Dixon is there.
yeah, those kind of
Those kind of
top,
high profile people.
yeah, high
You have to just keep
guys.
naming names, naming names, naming names. His Excellency, his this, his that.
High
And
excellency.
you finish.
You
Then
mention
you now
goodness, you still mention
mention those, you know. I know. You get before you now get down to you now get down to what you now want to start saying. Just oh, so this is another
episode.
of NTD,
NTD.
a podcast by
Dixon and Doja.
Dixon and Doja. On today's episode, we want to.
Why is it so bad?
I don't know. It's perhaps because of what I want to talk about. Like, it's because of like the idea around it. I was really excited about like the idea around it. You know, a few episodes ago, when we were trading titles, we decided that we're going to read a spell of good things, right? And then I haven't gotten around to reading the book, of course, other things, and then the other books that I am reading at the moment. But then you got around to reading it.
Funny how this girl was writing exams.
I swear down.
This girl was writing exams. And she was reading. I mean, in her defense, it was a comfort book.
I like how you're talking about yourself in second person.
Yes. In her defense, it
I'll
was
be
a
second, I'll
comfort
be third
book,
person.
She just used to read it for comfort, after, all the
Talk about spells.
that comes
Comfort.
with
That's why I asked the question was, what do you get when goodness puts a spell on you?
Oh my god. What's the answer?
A spell of good things. You're mad.
That one it gives.
You what?
Give now everything he was supposed to give.
I'll get back at you for this. I'll get back at you for this.
So yeah, I finished reading the book and then this was like, oh, why don't we do an episode where you tell us about the book?
You put a spell on us. Let's see if the spell will be spelling.
SEO. I don't plan to put any spell on anybody, but
it's calm. I mean, but what were your first impressions? What did you think about the book? Like this, I can't think of anything that the book will be about. Do you guys like a spell of good things?
Yeah, it was very
vague. It's very blanket.
It was very
title.
it's just there. You'll be expecting a lot of things. You're expecting this can happen, but it was about two main characters actually. Yeah, there was Eniola and then there was Burala. Oh God help me. I hope.
Is it your pronunciation?
With all of my heart. I'm pronouncing this name. There was this thing in the book.
Yeah.
I know that Ola is Ola. Right? But then I now know that they say Wura as in when they are talking about that Shomak show.
Yeah, I see a Shomak show.
So I'm trying to see if it's Wura and Ola.
But what if they are like, like in language, they are like same spelling but different like inflections, pronunciation.
I know that
it could be like a different Wura that they're talking about on that.
I know that Wura is not just Wura. It has
what's
coming in the behind.
You would know.
Do you get
Doja? You would know.
Adedoja is funny how my name is a very simple name. Like it's just Adedoja.
What do you mean by
people
simple?
Always ask what's the one that is coming before and the one that, because like most times your names are usually really long. You can just hear Ola. Ola Renwaju.
Okay.
Or Kini and all of that. But that aside, so there was Eniola and there was Wura. So just use Wura.
Yes, use Wura, yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, I think you should do it in a way that you don't give it off. because people will listen. Yeah.
Okay. I'll
You
see
don't
what
give
I
it
can
up. And
do.
like
It's not like I'm going to be describing the book, sure.
yeah.
But they're just two like separate characters from two separate worlds. Not worlds, but like their characters will like
Okay, intersect or like
sex, that's
yeah,
fine,
okay.
whatever. But like Eniola is their family, they are really rich. And
Mm,
then hey, sorry, Bura's family is really rich.
yeah.
Bura is I think she's in her 20s, she's a doctor.
Okay.
Right, and then there's Eniola that is in SS2. Okay, I think it's just I don't know. He's in SS senior
Yes,
secondary,
it's a senior secondary
right?
class. Okay.
And they are like really poor. They don't have money. Their
Yeah.
dad lost his job. At the beginning of the book, they're talking about how Eniola goes to buy newspapers on credit,
Okay.
and then there's kind of humiliation that he goes through with the vendor,
The
the
vendors.
newspaper vendor,
Oh, man.
and like he felt really bad. And why he's getting the newspapers is because he wants to take them to his dad so he can check for job like, applications at the back.
Oh, damn
And
it.
then
Damn
when he
it.
got back, like the father washed his hands and he didn't even want to use clothes to dry it so that newspaper will not be dirty.
Mm.
Now, why is that? Because they will now trade the newspaper for something else.
Damn.
Maybe for it was that bad. Like it was
Whoa.
really, really terrible.
Whoa.
They used to like they used to okay, my sister told me about this part of the
Yeah.
book. They'll soak the gari, like the father will soak just for like 1 cup of gari. He'll
Mm.
now soak it before they come back.
Yeah, that gives boarding school vibes. Bro. Did you do that in boarding school? Ah! No, they probably were people like Wura.
No, this one was
In
like
secondary
if
school.
when your gari will come to school finishes.
Yeah.
You now the one that they're not giving us from dining. So you can't
Okay.
eat more because we used to have more on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Then they just give us gari and beans on Friday night. So
Yeah.
you're not
Damn.
so that you can eat more on Saturday.
Damn.
There's my friend that this
Damn.
starts once she wants put water inside the gari, don't allow spoon to touch it because if you touch it, you're messing with the
process.
the process.
Wait. There's a lot of mysticism around the way Gary rises.
You're messing with the gari rice.
I remember there was a saying.
Yeah. God, she used to be so mad. Like
There was a saying in secondary school saying that corporation do make Gary rice. Think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
But bro, you put the Gary, you soak it, put it under your bunk, and you wait till night. Bro,
No.
poverty. Condition they make crayfish bend. Continue
Yes,
your story, Ojari.
it was really bad. That was like that's
What's the description
yes,
of how
of the
poverty
condition
is
of
chicken?
the crayfishes at the time.
Yeah.
So that was it, right?
Was it a description of how rich the other guys were?
The other guys
Maybe it was not.
were
Middle
actually
class.
no, they were actually really rich.
Okay.
Yeah,
But it wasn't necessary. I don't think it was necessary.
it was not
a comparison. Wait. I don't think we want to say the same thing.
it was not a they were rich, right?
Yeah.
And these guys were really poor. But the point was not
the comparison.
It was not that was not it, right? But Eniola now goes to school because he was supposed to go to this particular secondary school, and then his father lost his job and he couldn't go there anymore. And then he goes to this other secondary school.
Yeah.
And he now meets up with these bad guys.
Okay.
Not bad guys per se, but these guys are working for a particular politician. And then on the other hand, right, let me show you the link between Eniola and Wura. So there's Auntie Caro. Auntie Caro is I don't know. You know these aunties. They're just aunties.
Yeah.
You don't know who. I don't know if that was it, but they don't describe like who she was connected to.
Okay.
I don't think they did that. Maybe I missed it, but like
So
Eniola used to do apprenticeship in Auntie Caro's tailoring shop.
Oh.
Auntie Caro sews clothes for Yeye. Yeye is I don't know if I got that well, but Yeye is
related
is what's her name? Bura's mother.
Okay.
Yes, so that's
like say related to Wura, but
it's her mom. Okay. But everybody calls her Yeye. I don't know.
Okay.
Y-E. Okay. That's what everybody calls her. So these guys did a lot of things. Like they went out begging one time in the last family.
Oh.
But like the mother was really struggling. Okay, this is another part that really got me.
Okay.
This is one of the parts. So the father, as a Nigerian man, a Nigerian dad of 2 kids, when he lost his job, he became a what's that word that Naza is in the last episode? a hermit.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Hemet.
The man became a body.
Bro, it's strong. It's really
He
strong.
was no longer a human being.
That thing is strong,
He
bro.
was
Like,
just there. He didn't
it's depressing, bro.
calm down. Just listen to me, please. He didn't speak. He didn't try to. I mean, at some point because he at the beginning he was looking for going applications
Yeah.
and all of that, but then it didn't work anymore. So he was not finding anything, he was not getting anything from that, so he stopped.
Okay.
So he was just in the house only.
Mm.
He didn't speak to anybody. How did you get from him? The shrug or something. So
Bro.
the man was just there. He was just so there was this part of Eniola that wanted to be extremely angry with his dad.
Okay.
I mean, because in my opinion, right, he has every reason to.
Well, Eniola is a guy.
Yeah, Eniola is a
Okay.
Eniola is a guy. He's really the guy that's too tall for his age.
That's so tall for his age.
So I mean, the fact that his mother was doing everything that she was doing. I mean, like she would go to
Okay.
pick bottles, she would go to this,
Yeah.
she would go
But I
to
don't
that.
get it. I don't get it why like that happens and then the man lets the woman just take the thing on their back. Like it's really, really no, it's very disturbing. And I mean, I think that these are all preps that people have to make before they get married. No, no, like I'm not judging her. Like I told you, in personal conversations, sometimes we can often criticize things, and that's why I'm not quick to criticize something because I know it is possible that being put in this situation, it might just be me, right?
Yeah.
But that's not to say that it will be me. You know, as I look at situations like that, it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. Like I don't know what it feels like to have two kids and lose your job, right? Have a family to sustain. I know it's very depressing. It makes people go mad, right? But at least for the sake of the people that are depending on you, bro, do something not do something like support your woman. She's
Do you get like this? This is the thing, right? So it is. I understand.
yeah,
Like it can be very humiliating that okay, as a man, I cannot provide for my children.
yeah.
Like he used to what like do
And this is
describe how
minus the fact that maybe he was amputated or he was,
the
maybe
man
he was disabled in some
the
way.
man was
Like
good.
you get two hands, you get two legs,
The
you
man
get brain,
was
like that
proper.
kind
He
of
was
thing.
everything about him was fine. So I understand that
Bro,
okay,
it's really
it's
scary
too humiliating to maybe
to have the woman do the providing.
yes to have the man do
That
providing.
humiliation is what
Is
drives
what
us
do
men.
you get?
It's supposed to drive
Do you
you to
get? It's
do
supposed to
stuff,
that the humiliation is not
bro.
supposed to drive you to go and do something.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I don't know
yeah,
actually if it's from a place of I also think right
yeah,
it's from a place of pride because you do not want to because when they went to beg like
yeah,
the woman had to they put out they had to she did things to them she
yeah.
costume she should dress them up
Okay,
to look really really wretched so they
yeah.
would go out to beg the man didn't
Oh,
come he was
okay,
not part of this thing do you
yeah.
get he was in the house I think
And there's ego, yeah.
yeah
There's this
there's
ego. Yeah, definitely,
definitely there
because
is
yeah,
ego there's that part that oh
yeah,
I mean I know that I cannot
yeah.
but I still cannot
You
go out
know
to
that
why would
nonsense
I
that people say take
why
out
would
of
I
context.
and then the funny thing is that the woman did not I mean there'll be a part of her that's like okay why this man it was just one time
Yeah.
it was recorded in the book that she actually said when was the last time
Okay.
because like there was this time that Eniola he went out with but those guys now went
Yeah.
working for a politician and then he brought back foodstuff for
Yeah.
the family
For the
and then
family.
he was scared at the beginning like oh my mom will ask me all these things are from but she didn't even mind she
Mm.
just giving me a hug and that was just it
Yeah.
and then the next time when they now found out that Nella was working with the
The
politician
politicians. Yeah.
the father was like that was the first time this man spoke up in a while
Can you
and he's
imagine?
shouting and when we wrote it this way she was like Eniola looked at his dad and knew that something was different he just couldn't realize what it was and then and then the man was shouting and then she's like oh yeah he realized now that yeah, his father was moving like he was actually talking the man was actually he was making his forming sentences and he was coming out from
Oh,
his
so
mouth
like he knew how to form
wow so
sentences.
you can talk and then he was like the father was like how could you even allow like him to bring food stuff from somewhere and you didn't even ask where the food
Where
stuff
did
was
this
from
came from?
and then the man was like when last did you bring
Full
something
stuff to
into
the
this house
house.
for us to eat? Or if we have been eating since, where? At that point, I was like, this is something you should have said since. Like, I don't know. There's this thing, right? The woman okay, there'll be the I want to respect my husband based on he's
Yeah,
supposed to be the breadwinner of the family.
yeah,
He's supposed to be the head of the family. But he's not doing what he's meant to do. But then at the same time, no, even if he's a man, so
yeah.
he's not meant to and time to okay, this one is love.
Okay.
He will see serving food, he will eat proper. If it's the biggest meat and biggest fish,
They will give
they
to
will
him.
give it to him because
He is
he's the
the
man
man.
of the house. That's fine. Right. So there was that aspect that
Bro, that's
as
just
much
very
as I
disturbing. Like,
understand the emotional aspect. Okay,
yeah.
Eniola said that there was
And
this
nothing happened to me. He wasn't sick.
no, he was fine.
Bro, this is painful. Like, no, I'm for real. Like,
He was
that
absolutely
this
okay.
pains me. Like, this pains me. Now, not the kind of pain as per, oh, I'm angry at the man.
Mm,
No, I'm just pained for the situation of the family. It would have been different if their family, maybe a parent is sick or something, and the kids have to go through all of this.
yeah.
Like, you get, I'm so pained for the family. It's so painful. Like,
The
so painful.
Eniola's mother,
Yeah,
her brothers were talking about because she went to him to beg.
yeah,
When she went to her other brother to ask for money, she had a situation with him
yeah.
one time because he talked down on her husband
Okay.
because they saw that okay, you are the only one trying to
Doing
afford
this
your
for the
children
family.
since like this
Speaking
man.
of which, let
Okay.
me tell you stuff that happened to me like 2 Mondays ago. Just because you're talking about like the woman hustling, I
Mm,
was for the first time I was in a cab. I was coming back from Enugu, and
yeah.
I
Yeah, you
was
told
in.
me.
I told you for real. I was. That was the first time I was in a vehicle that was driven by a woman, like taxi style
Yeah,
vehicle,
yeah.
like transport vehicle
Mm.
that was driven by a woman. Actually, I didn't know. I actually thought it was a man on braids. Like she was on cornrows.
Oh,
I swear, like it was that tough. Like I was at the back seat,
okay.
and then you know that tell, you can tell a little about people by the type of music they play.
Okay.
Yeah, you can,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm.
because when I hear, yeah, the one I need, the one I want, the one I need, I know it's you.
Okay.
Ah, but she was playing Superboy Check. Do you know who Superboy Check is?
Uh-uh.
She was playing street hip hop. Like she was playing, I mean, it's not like she was playing street hip hop. Like, you know, she was playing tough music. I want you to get the picture. And I know probably she did because of her customers, like people in
Okay.
the vehicle. But the people in the vehicle were like older people, like you know. And then she was stopped by different, at different checkpoints, and like she was greeting the police guys, and she did it better than all the male drivers have ever entered their vehicle.
Hmm.
Bro, like it was crazy. In fact, there's a particular guy that there's a particular checkpoint where they stopped me. I told you about that. This
Yeah, yeah.
where they arrested me, dude. They arrested me because I was on
Because I
drug.
did this in here.
I was on drug.
What?
Well, it wasn't like an arrest to be fair. It was just they stopped our
But you
vehicle
enter
because
bus
of
with
me.
Durag in
But
Nigeria.
come on, like, but come on.
You want to tell them that is your style. And that's how you do things. Like it's not about them. Like
I will
it's
carry
you.
my style and
I
enter
mean,
jail.
you
I'll carry my style
you
and
gotta show
enter
those
cell.
guys inside your style.
It was crazy, but the man was all through the time when he was checking us. He was like, "But I never see woman with." He was commending her.
Okay.
See, I never see woman we drive bus. I never see woman we drive. This not my fair. No, no. He said I never see. Then the woman was responding, "You never did it." He did like say you never did it because if you don't did it, you for don't see me,
Mm.
And then the woman now turned to the police officer now turned to another woman in the vehicle. He said, because what happened is the woman, when they stopped them,
Yeah.
the woman was trying to be friendly.
Mm.
The passenger woman, and she was trying to be friendly. So she said, "Officer, anything for us?" So the man now answered,
Oh, Jesus.
see your,
No.
see your gender
No.
hustling to put food on her family's table. Like you're asking, your own is just about what we will bring to the table. What will we bring to the table? If there's anything for us, So he was checking me, checking the other passengers, and
Mm.
he was just turning to the woman and asking the woman, "See, see what your gender is doing.
Mm-mm.
That kind of thing. It was really crazy, and it mean my respect for the lady just went up. Although like that, and I mean, I feel like that's a tough job for a woman.
Yeah.
That's a tough job for a woman. You know what it means to sit your bum down and drive 1+ hours, like from city to city, like literally, like way back, it was a job that a woman would do, or a man would do rather. Even conductor type jobs, which is the thing your ambition for your life, your aspiration. You
No,
guys,
let you know.
don't
No, wait,
just
wait.
don't just
If you
aspiration
hear
in
this thing
life.
from, if you hear this
Don't
thing
just
from,
aspiration.
oh
Her
oh my
ambition in
days.
life is to be a conductor,
If you hear it from this
and
point of view,
she's
that's what it will
she's
sound
so
like. But I
glossed up about
promise you,
she's so glossed up about it.
I just said this thing one day. Oh,
Was it once?
it
You
was
said
just,
it like 3 times.
I
Like
was just saying that I
we're
just
sitting
want a
down, maybe we're sitting
video.
together and we're looking
I
at
just want a video of me, like conducting a bus. That's it. I not say my
that is
life
not
ambition.
no, that is not how you said it.
Hey,
That's what I feel like doing. That's what I want to
that's just,
do.
hey, God.
Is
All
that not what you
right.
said? That's
There's no
what
problem. My life ambition, I want to be a bus conductor. Yes.
She's calm, but
Watch
like
out for me. Oh. Please enter my bus.
but that's such a tough job for a woman. But like I mean, my respect for her and the fact that she would do that for her family.
Yeah.
It would piss me off if the man, maybe, and if he's not sick or disabled, and it will piss me off if he's home and not doing anything. Like it will piss me. Now this is where I'll be pissed off. You get the point?
Oh
So
my God. So the thing is, right, I think that I mean, I do not want to, I try my best not to look at it from the point of view of it's a mother, right? Because
okay,
as a father, you're meant to love your children, they're your kids too.
okay,
As much as they are the woman's, they are yours too.
yeah.
You get, so it's not a matter of, oh, the mother, oh, loves her kids mother, she can't sit back, and as much as she can't sit back to watch
The
them
guy
suffer,
can't sit back
the
too
guy
now.
should not sit back to watch them suffer.
Yeah, that
You
then
get,
that was the right
right?
construction.
So
Should not.
it should not. So she had issues with her elder siblings, brothers actually, because
Yeah.
they're like, why will you be doing all these things and your husband is just sitting at home? And she was offended
Okay.
because don't talk about my husband like that. You don't
Yeah,
know
and
what he
I
has
also
to do
love
that.
that trait.
You don't
I
know what
love
he
that
has
trait
to
of like
do that. I,
defense,
of
because like
defense, yes,
yeah,
because you on the outside,
yeah, you
you're
don't
not
have no
meant,
right
you
to
have
do
no right
that.
to be talking
Yeah.
talking about my husband in that way. But it should not now go. It should not follow you inside. Like it should not follow you inside your bedroom. Like it should not be that, oh, you are defending him outside, you're also defending me inside. Do you know what I'm trying to
Okay,
say?
yeah, I
As
do.
in,
I think
you
I'm
carry
trying
that,
to agree with
you
you. Yeah.
carry that. Oh, don't
Don't
okay,
do this.
don't do that, do that.
The,
To
the
see, because
inside
like
where
you
he's
can't
supposed to
even,
be called out
you
on, like,
get, you can't call him out like,
bro,
oh,
you get.
you should do this, should do that. You see, okay, I respect my husband. If he had decided that he wants to
What do you mean by
be
that?
at home, then let him be at home while I go out and suffer for the children that both
What do
of
you mean by
us.
that? When you were toasting me? When you were toasting me? What do you mean
Oh
by
my
that?
days.
Don't
It's
be.
like that was like a whole, and the fact that, oh, I've seen like these things like firsthand before,
Yeah.
like people I know and all of that.
Yeah.
But that part really got me because like, and Yolanda wanted to hate on his dad, but there was this guy he saw, someone that lost, because they like laid off a lot of teachers, and his dad
Yeah.
was a teacher. So there was a fellow teacher. He said they went to his house and they saw the man with his tie. Then he went to go and look for a job. He was hanging from the ceiling, and there was, I don't know if it was, I don't know, something he
Hanging
said.
from the ceiling as he committed suicide.
Yeah, he committed suicide.
Damn it.
And then every time Eniola wants to scream at his dad, he just
He
remembers
that
the
he
guy.
could have been worse.
And he's like, "Hold on, I'll talk now." The man will just get over emotional and you can't kill himself. And that kind of thing. But there was this particular day,
When
that
change
day,
him.
that day that the man
Did
spoke.
you respond?
And Eniola was like, "So this man can talk." And then
Okay, was thinking it.
he was there and he had to, and then it came out from his mouth, and then he's like, you can't actually be. At that point, it was like the thought of the man came, like that man that committed suicide.
Yeah.
But he didn't do anything. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't do anything to tell me. And then he's like, he just spoke, like he spoke back to that. Like the conversation was heated. It was a heated conversation.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm like, oh, but this guy's had it, because he had a younger sister. I did not mention he had a younger sister, and that one, she's a girl.
Yeah.
So it was she couldn't. there were a lot of things that she could not control.
Yeah.
The way Eniola controlled a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like she can come back to us and like, there's no food. Only Gary. Why did you soak the Gary now? It's not soft. I can't eat it. And Eniola's like, come,
Bro,
are you blind?
are
She
you
come back and she come back
Oculus?
that I'm the only one in my class that don't have a go see
What?
I'm the only one that don't have textbook to
Yeah,
practice.
I
I don't know
know.
that.
Why,
They're not paying my school
this is
fees.
so.
They are flogging me, oh. They are flogging me. I'm not collecting again.
This is
And
so
then they will beat
relatable. I've seen
Eniola.
this a lot. Like I've
They'll beat
seen.
Eniola. Eniola's back. They'll be bruises on his back, and he'll
Damn
come
it.
back and he won't say anything. And Busala will just be. And normally,
Yeah.
Eniola will be the one to. She's your mom. She's your dad.
Mm.
Don't talk to them like that.
Mm.
But Busala was never that kind of
He wasn't
person.
censored.
So for Eniola to finally open his mouth and speak, I know that
He
truly,
needs a
truly,
cup down.
the cup are overflow.
If you go near.
And the funny thing is that, so they're trying to raise money for their school fees,
Yeah.
right? And Busala was the brighter student
Okay.
than Eniola.
Mm.
So when she went to visit her brother at the time, the brother suggested to her that he should just know about Eniola and then focus on the one that
Is promising.
that's promising, the promising child.
Yeah.
So when they got school fees money, they now paid half of the school fees for Busala, and they did not pay Eniola's school fees. They now sent him to one public school.
Okay.
So this was Eniola that wanted to go to one school, a private, let's say private secondary school.
Wait, just to get it. So Wura is a guy or girl?
Wura is a girl. I've not been talking about
We've
Wura.
we've not even got.
We've not been talking about Wura.
I said this
So
journey go long.
they're actually like two different. Their stories were not. It's not like they were intersecting each other. It was just at some point that they now
The other story now intersects.
But like they were just this chapter, Eniola. The next chapter,
Busala.
is Wura.
Okay, Wura. Oh,
Yes.
okay. So they told their stories like independently and independently
And
until
then
one
came
time
together. Yes, that. So
life.
so what was I saying? Yeah, so he was supposed to go to a private school, and then he goes to this other private school that is not really expensive, and then they not take him to a public school, so he was really, really upset. Like, so Busola will talk and shout in this house, and people pay Busola's school fees. I mean, as the more enduring child, I'll keep quiet. I'll be critiquing. People that send me to public school because I'm not promising. Yeah, he was really, really, really upset because
the kind of things really make people they do Yahoo.
So like when he got to that school and then he's now seeing these other guys.
This is how he got involved with the politics.
Yes. So he now saw these other guys. Now met other guys in that public school that told him that they were getting money from this politician guy.
Yeah.
Right, and they used to go, and then you have not heard of Prof. I mean, what? Is he Prof? No, it's not Prof. They used to call him. I can't remember. But you've not heard of this guy. He used to give free food to people. He used to come and eat lunch in his house, eat dinner in his house. And how can you be hungry when this one is available? And then because the guy is running for office, and okay, let me do connection for you. So Bura has a potential man. Her boyfriend, Bura's boyfriend.
How old is this Bura herself?
I don't know. She's done with university.
Okay, you say she's
a doctor. Yes.
Okay.
So Ura has a boyfriend. And Ura's boyfriend's father.
Okay.
Just listen to me.
Yes, I'm
Ura's
with you.
boyfriend's father is
my friend's father.
Yes. Is going for a political position.
Yeah.
Going for government. I think him and this other politician that Eniola is working for were running for the same position.
Okay.
You get that? So Ura's boyfriend now comes to Eniola's father because they are friends.
Okay.
It's Eniola's father. Oh, jeez.
Forgive
me, Ura's father because they are friends. And then he wants the guy, because I told you Ura's parents are rich now. He wants him to support his campaign. Right? So, they now came to warn him. They now came to warn this guy. Warn Ura's dad.
Yeah.
Warn Ura's boyfriend. So the thing is, they wanted to, this thing they're saying, I will attack your friend so that you can learn lesson.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
That was what actually happened. So they come to Bura. By the way, Bura doesn't even like this Kunle guy. So Kunle is to beat Bura. He used to beat her. And they were in the very, very weird.
Was it that kind of social marriage? That kind of marriage for social status?
Funny thing is, she actually liked this guy.
I don't get it. You just said a while back that she did not like the guy.
No, did I?
Yeah, like she used to beat the guy.
He used to beat her.
But did she like the guy?
She liked him.
Okay.
Like really, really, really well. Right. But I could not even explain what that relationship was. I don't know if it was there was the reason why she liked him. Do you get? You
Okay.
know how there's a reason why you like
So
somebody.
because of that reason, you want to endure the
You
other
just
things.
want to be there. There was, he was like, I don't know how, I don't really know how
That's so
Obama
strange,
described it, but
bro.
it was really strange. Because I'm like, you, it's not like you, she said she liked him too much to
Mm,
marry him, but I don't know if, do you actually want to be with this person for the rest of your life? I don't know what it was, but I
that's
think
crazy.
like she actually liked the guy.
Okay.
Right. So one day, Yaya was having a birthday party, as her mom was having a birthday
Yeah.
party. And so Kule comes to the house, and then they had some kind of misunderstanding, and then he slaps her. And then
Yeah.
she has a really, really chatty younger sister. Not really chatty, but you know this where when the last born,
Mm,
when the last born, they have treated this one is like proper last born.
mm,
I think yeah, did not yeah pamper this one.
mm.
She not do her the way she
So
do
she's glib, like
the
she they talk,
first two.
she they
Yes, so
like talk
she
anyhow.
just used to anything she like she used to say it.
Yeah.
So that day she walks up to the place where Kule and Wura are, and then she sees where Kule slaps Wura.
Mm.
And then she's like, what? Like, what? This is all that. I think at that point they had already done
Introductions.
engagement.
Okay,
They
engagement.
even did the engagements kini at the party. I think I
Mm.
can't remember how it happened, but
Okay.
they had already been engaged. And then she's like, don't mind this guy. He slapped you. And then she
Yeah,
was trying
because
to
it's not a good
explain.
sign.
She was trying to explain that he's not trying
I
to
love him.
have
It's not all
he was
that,
just
you know.
it was just
Hmm.
he's right now like that. It
If
was the
I
first time.
if I say you leave,
I thought it was the first time, right?
you thought it
Until
was first time
we're not
too.
going for that. She's like, the first time it happened, and the second time, and the
Yeah.
third time. I'm like, what? Excuse me?
God, I
When
beg
my
you.
sister was like, we're talking about there was something that happened, and so we're having this
Yeah.
conversation in the house. So my first sister, the oldest one, he said, and the thing that baffles me the most is, um, all the people that their husband will be beating them, and they have 3 children. She said, me, I won't even born half. It was so funny because you cannot give birth to half a child. She said half like this. I won't give birth to half. So like,
Forget.
and find that she didn't tell
It's a tough
anybody
life,
else.
bro. It's a tough life.
She had friends, but she could not tell her friends because like everybody looks up to Wura.
And it literally feels like the guy put a spell on.
Oh,
Do
the
you
guy
get?
actually did because he'll come back and say, "I'm so sorry.
I
Oh,
mean,
you know, I don't like to.
do you
You know, I
understand?
don't like to."
So
And he'll
if
kneel
you
down,
start telling
and
me,
then
telling
he'll.
you that you should not burn half, it's not when they're reconciling. The reconciliation always make it look like everything that happened
You
before
get
did
was
not.
all a
It
and
just said
then
it was a mirage.
and they used to as if the reconciliation they're playing for that and the
He
girl
literally
everything
put
was
a
all,
spell. He literally puts a spell on you,
and everything was all,
bro.
and then
And you're a human being now. You have to forgive
you
because,
guys
like,
and then so like it happened for like a couple of times, and then like he beat her like very short. One time he dragged her around the room,
bro, this is
and it was
scary.
very, 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 very,
Scary
very
stuff, bro.
scary. So I think the straw that broke the camel's back was when he did it one time. Because okay, there was this person, there was this her friend that died,
Hmm.
right? And I think he died of Lassa fever in the
Hmm.
book, right?
Okay.
So he died, and they were really close. I think there's this guy that died even like that at some point,
Yeah.
right? But she didn't like him
Yeah.
enough
The
as much
guy
to
did
get.
not put a spell on
So
her.
so she was you know how like she was experiencing
Yeah.
grieving, right? And then she wrote a few things down about him in her journal.
Mm.
And then one day she leaves her bag in the house, and then
And that guy now
Kule
sees
opens it.
the
And then it was funny because he just walked in and like, do you still think about I can't remember the other guy's name. Do you still think about this guy? And then she's like, he's dead. So even if she thinks about him, like,
it doesn't even
what does that even
matter.
matter right now? And then he now started quoting some
Some
lines
lines
from
from the
it
journal.
was
That
so
was so
icy.
psychotically
I
insecure,
was like, what? I was like, what?
bro.
He said quoting some lines. And then did he not hit her initially?
Yeah.
She like he got to the fourth line, she's like,
Read my journal,
why
like,
did you do that? And it's like, how can you still be thinking? And then he beat her up like really like mercilessly. So I think it was that day that okay, so remember I said that Bura Kule's father that was running for the
yeah.
political position
Mm.
now. And then without that guy,
Yeah.
Daniela is working with
Yeah.
Daniela works with
They're
that other
working for.
politician guy. So that other politician guy now wants to warn his friend. So this friend is Bura's dad.
Okay.
So Wura and her dad are actually really close. The man is really, really cool. Like, he's a really
Very
cool
cool,
man.
man.
Yeah. He's always in his study. Just someone that doesn't like stress.
Yeah.
One time Wura is running away from her mom
Mm.
because she took something. she took something, her mom's bracelet kind of. Then
Yeah.
she running away, and then she runs into her dad's study.
Study.
Then she runs to the
Safe
corridor,
heaven,
and
citadel.
then the mother comes to like, "Have you seen Mura?" Said, "Oh, I don't know. I'm not. She didn't enter here, but I could hear like
The
feet down the
perfect
stairs."
cover and stuff.
Then the guy, so like she and her dad had some kind of really nice
Chemistry.
relationship, right? So okay,
How you have that? How you have chemistry with your dad? How
so
do you have chemistry with your dad?
yeah. So
He just wiped up.
do you get
Welcome,
something like
everything.
my mind, my memory?
I put a spell
So
on you.
so she
Oh God, no.
so he comes to warn Laura's dad.
Yeah,
So like now you're sending a warning note to, so that you
yeah.
get yourself out of
Out
this
of the way.
election,
Yeah,
right? So when they see you're warning somebody,
yeah. He's
if
supposed to be
warning,
warned.
you're
He's supposed to
warning.
be warning.
But these guys, they burnt down these people's house. They didn't burn the house down because the house not burned down, but like they set fire in the house. They carried the man. They kidnapped the man, right? They took him away. So Eniola was in this bus because Eniola did not even know what it was.
Yeah,
He
he
didn't
knew what
even
was
know
signed up for. Damn it.
what he was signing up for. So he was in this bus, and then he comes to the house, and then so one of the days when Eniola went begging, yes saw him.
Yeah,
Like in the midst of all of his costume and everything, she saw his eyes because she knows him from Karu's auntie Karu's shop.
Oh.
So she sees his eyes, and then she said like I know this guy. Why are you on the street dressed like someone like the deaf and dumb and begging? So she comes to the shop and then she pays for his apprenticeship in Auntie Karu's shop. So like you're indebted to someone. That kind of thing. So he didn't know. When they got to the house, somebody he was looking at the picture, they said, I know this woman. The guy he lost control of himself. There are a lot of things he was asked to do, he could not do it.
Yeah.
Right. So he was in the bus when they took Eniola's father away. I said Eniola's father. See me, what's wrong with me? Ura's father away.
Yeah.
Because they came to their house and like they carried the man. And he was begging because he has this gold. She used to buy gold and she used to keep it inside a fireproof box. Right. So she was like, there's gold in the house. Please don't take my husband. He has Susan, so he has BP issues. There's gold, take the gold. He said, if you look at these people did not come yet to arm robbery. They didn't come for like it now made sense to her that okay, this is right. So they take the man away and then they wanted to shoot him inside the bus on the way to where they take him to. So Eniola now does something.
But now warning now, bro.
Eniola, do you get
why the warning?
He said warning. He said warning. Why is your warning like this? Yeah, you used to warn. So Eniola now does something too. I think he uses his knife on the person's hand, and then he jumps out of the bus and then he runs away. So long story short, they come to Eniola's house. Those guys, Eniola talking with, and then they take his sister. So like the parents were literally begging, like take me instead. They carried Busola, his younger sister, and then everybody was like, "Wow, so this is what you are doing." Eniola was shaking, Eniola could not speak, Eniola could not like they've carried my younger sister away. What he could not even apologize at that point. He was not there. And then fast forward, they were still looking for the man. They're still looking for the both of them because in different places they didn't even know like they have carried this one. They didn't even know what was going on. I don't even think Yeye recognized Eniola at the house. She didn't recognize him. So Busola is missing now.
Yeah.
Whereas that too is missing. So two people are missing. So they're looking for them and like days have passed and then because we're at an elder brother and then they suggest that they should go to the mortuary to check. So they go to the mortuary.
Why would they be going to the mortuary?
To check. Like at this point in time they just thought that maybe this man has died.
So if he has died, why would they
go to
responsibly take him to the mortuary?
I don't know.
I
don't know why they did that. Maybe they said because they said apparently they found his body. So when she goes to the mortuary, because she works like she's a doctor now, so she has like a connection. So she was going to check bodies, and then she goes there and then she sees her dad
in the mortuary.
Like, yeah, I should like how
wait, as a body in the mortuary.
As a body in the mortuary, and then she's like, sorry. She checks the leg. She says check for 6 toes. She saw the 6 toes. Okay, that has 6 toes. And then she said I think it's scar on his head or something, but like she knows that this is her father. But she's speechless. Right? And then there's a young girl beside him. Right.
Him, like, okay.
A young girl's body too.
Swallow.
Yes, they found the both of them together in the mortuary.
Chill. Let's put a spell on our listeners by stopping
Okay,
this episode.
okay. All right. So that was like a really, really. That was at that point. That was the point where I was like,
I have more questions to ask you about this book.
I was like, and then
Did you cry?
no,
Did you cry?
that was
Tell the
for sure.
truth.
I did not.
Why did you not cry? Heart of
Because-
stone.
Yes, Heart of Stone.
Can you
Let's
imagine
go
your
with that.
life?
So
This is how the wickedness
sorry,
used to
the
start.
lady at the mortuary was like, "Don't worry, that's it's not your dad." No, she was like, "Well, don't worry. If you see anybody else like your dad, don't look too much. If you check and you have not seen anything that corresponds with your father, that means it's not your father actually. So don't even bother about it. Don't worry, we'll still get back to you and we'll still call you and blah blah blah." So Ura just leaves the hospital, and you know that was just
Whoa. Whoa.
that was just it. I'm fine, don't worry. So the point is,
Your voice is changing.
I'm so sorry guys, but I'm spoiling the book. So the
Are
point
you
is that
spoiling-
both
are you
of
spoiling
them,
the book? I don't
both
want you
of
to
them-
spoil the book. I want people to actually go to carry the book.
but they will.
Yeah, me, I know. I will go and read the book now. So let's,
Okay, suspense.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
But you're cute.
Yeah. So that was just it, right? And it just it got the thing about reading books is that you have a lot of things to ponder about. Like, your mind just goes out of it because in the inside the fiction that is fiction, there's a fraction, there's real life inside.
Yeah.
So like the fact that Eniola was did everything, endured everything that he endured, and then he saw
Got to
this
that
he saw
point.
this open window where he could just they gave him 3,000 naira on just the first day of meeting Prof. Okay, it was Professor Jai or something. On the first day of meeting Prof, I'm getting 3,000 naira. Where did I want to see 3,000? I've not even been able to go. So he even went back to that old school to go and pay his school fees. Like
Yeah.
he can come back to the school. So like I feel many people want to just say, you just see
You want to
bad,
judge
bad
and
gang.
all of
You
that.
just go to the bad. Just
Bro, I
see
have
people
no
to go
time
into-
for people
And I'm
that
like,
are very, very
I get that
conclusive.
he's not meant to be in that kind of company of people.
But he wasn't
But-
meant to be in that condition either.
Exactly. Like, see the situations that was surrounding
People
the
don't
young
just
man.
do things.
I mean, he was a very, very patient kid. Like Eniola was patient. When the first
Bro,
time he
it's too
went to get
relatable, man.
the first time he
Too
went to get
relatable,
that
I know
newspaper at the
folks.
beginning of the book, the man spat on his face. He had come to collect on credits. Like, Sha just give me the newspaper, let me go. The man just made a whole show, humiliated the young boy there. And he went back home and he can't even tell his parents that
about
because like he
just-
knows he said he knows his mother will go and chop that man's head off, but there's no point. So like he just kept everything to himself, washed his face and went to school.
And it's crazy how like the hierarchy in society, like everybody gets their own. Like everybody want to be Oga. You get like the newspaper man now. He has people that are under him
Do you
for his
get-
mind, like in his mind, like yeah.
There's probably someone he's even owing money.
Do you understand? There's so many guys owing money that he's begging. He's at the mercy of.
Mm.
But for them, now he don't get office now
Do you get
because he has a few stones on
Yeah.
his table that he's holding his newspaper from flying, from breeze blowing it, and he has somebody that's coming to collect on credit. So he has somebody to shout at and make a show of. He's probably that they also saw Gary in their own house.
Do you get
Yeah. You get the point. So, but in the Oga because he didn't get person, and it's crazy life. It reminds me of the role Michael Folarin played in the Far From Home. That depiction of the hustle.
Yeah.
Remember the depiction of the hustle.
Yeah.
He has to go and do this, and he started selling dope.
Yes.
Do you get? So like the depiction of the hustle, and also interestingly, they took his sister too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
Tommy Ojo,
yeah.
Abi. Tommy Ojo.
Yes, Tommy Ojo.
Tommy Ojo was the sister.
Yes.
They took his sister too because of his involvement and like many things. And also there was a kidnap too in the movie. Just parallels. Really cool parallels. I know you didn't expect you to talk like see the things I do for you. When I was telling you,
this is not what
come on.
this is not what
I actually
this
thought
is
you were the one
about.
that was going to be putting a spell on me. You did. But I am the one that
Oh jeez, please.
you did not expect to talk this much. I just told you that.
I mean, in hindsight, I'm not very okay. No, I'm very terrible at narrating. See, I was going from point to point, from pillar to post.
Narration. I was guiding you.
From post to pillar.
After they say I did nothing for you.
Who said this? Who should say it?
People that I don't know.
You see?
Yeah,
but
but what did you love the most about it? Is it like the roller coaster of emotions?
I mean, I like a
Suspenseful,
roller coaster of
suspenseful
emotions. I
writing.
always do, and I Bami does that a lot.
Yeah,
She
she's
play
very
with me, and
slow and
she's
delicate with her
ah,
storytelling. Like her
the way she
pacing
just
is
do it,
so
her beat
good.
and trying. Then you're like, when you land in when you just land, you're like,
Yeah,
how did I? You don't even know your emotions are building up
yeah.
till you
No,
get
me,
to
I always
a
know.
set. Are you serious?
She
I'm
did it
always
with the
very
stay
very.
with
Oh,
me, like,
I
and she
don't
was
always know what's
doing time. She
happening.
she wasn't just telling the story with timestamp. She was telling
Mm.
the story with place stamps. Remember,
Yeah,
stay with me,
yeah.
like Ibadan. She took it to I think he left or something. She just I don't know if I got the locations right, but then she was telling the stories with both timestamps, with place stamps, and then with people. Like the husband had his perspective. The husband's brother had a
Had his
perspective.
perspective.
What was the perspective this particular story was told? Is it through Eniola's perspective, or it was like an omniscient eye, like an
It
omniscient
was
POV? Like the point of view that was telling the story, was it somebody that saw the entire thing? Like was it like an omniscient narrator, or was it
it was
Eniola would
not it
tell
was
my
no it was
story
not it was not tell my story kind
and
of,
where I would tell my
but it
story?
was Eniola
Mm.
and then Bura. So it was from another person's.
Okay, like a third person point of view. Okay, you don't know those
I
point of
hope
view
I'm
things.
understanding what you're saying. I don't know if
Like
I
I mean,
am.
see, there's the point of view where the character themselves are the ones telling
No,
the
the
story.
character was not the one telling the
There's a
story.
point of view where it's like a third party. It's like a third party is telling the story, right? Then there's a point of view where it's like an omniscient eye. That is somebody that sees everybody is the one
Okay.
telling the story. Do you understand? Somebody that knows the
Mm,
whole story together is
mm.
telling the story. And oh, I'll look the thing up. I'll look the thing up.
Ancient eye. Hmm.
Whoa, whoa. I don't know. There's a post direct fashion.
So I think, but I
Yeah.
think that my favorite character was yeah, 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 yeah.
Why rich auntie?
There was that, but like she was turning 50 in the book that her birthday, and then she had these older sisters like in
Okay.
the book. So she was a 50-year-old mother of three kids,
Yeah.
but then she was also
Little sister
the
too.
last born of
Older sisters.
older sisters,
Okay,
and
where's this going?
they were always trying to help Yeye out. So it was Yeye was, and then she was a very. It was even from her mouth that it was from her. The whole spell of good things. It was
Mm.
from her because she said, "So I think
Why
I
is the
don't know
book
how it
called The
came
Spell
out.
of Good Things, actually?
Spell of good things, as in Yeye thinks that life is just a spell of good things. Like okay, no, that there's just that spell of there's because she was always that goal that she kept was
Yeah,
for a time in life where because like they needed money
yeah,
for to just get themselves
yeah.
back together. And then she was like, I have 20 million. And then her son was like, I'm not talking about money in daddy's account. I'm
Uh,
talking about like money that we have access to. And then she's
mm,
like, yes, I have 20 million naira worth of gold.
mm.
Because she she had this
She feel like,
she
okay,
had
no
this
matter what happens, like we are given a spell of like,
oh
is it
no, no,
that?
no, no, no. She had this perspective to life that okay, something good can be happening now.
Mm,
Mm? But there will always be bad things.
okay.
Like she saw life from this point of view of this good thing that's happening now is just it's just like our own I
Spell
don't even know
of
how to
good
put it, but
things.
like this is our own take the share of your
Okay.
of good things now. Hmm?
There will be
There'll
bad
be bad
things.
things, or then maybe after you have now gone through a series of terrible things and now
There
feel
will now
okay,
be good
come and
things.
take come
Hmm.
and take more. Like I felt like she had this perspective like that was something bad that was coming. Like she
Okay.
always saw like something bad coming.
Yeah.
So like she was always trying to I don't know if she prepare herself for that was just what that goal thing was
Was
for.
okay.
That was just what the goal thing was
So that was
about.
like where she first like mentioned that like life is a
Life
spell of
just gives us a I can't
spell.
remember how I put it, but there was such a spell. I hope I'm understanding it well, say from how I
Grandma.
write was.
When I
But yeah, I
grandma.
liked she was she liked I don't know, just where she had an explanation for why she raised um the last girl,
Mm.
Motara, the way she raised Motara. Because
Okay.
she was like
You
it's
don't
not
hard
it's
hand.
not as if
Make I
no, it's
just
not as if this girl like that's her first son
yeah.
and Wura. It's not as if but this girl was just
It's not
Motara was not that deep. She was just a child that she would come to like in her mom's bed in the night.
yeah.
She can just
How
she
old was
can
she?
I don't know,
Like
I
can you
think
estimate her age?
she was
Was she a
about
teenager?
to yeah, she was a teenager. She was like
Okay.
I think she just finished
Because
SS3
for her
or
to have opinions about a man slapping a
she was
woman,
a
like
teenager. Say like
whoa.
16, 17, 18. I hope. hopefully.
Really
Right. But
crazy.
I just really liked it. I just know she was just a happy woman with
She look like what you want to be.
no,
Sometimes we like people because of
no,
the
that
they
was
give
not
us a reflection of
no,
us.
that was not it. She had baggage that she was
Okay.
carrying, right? She felt like she was not even being a good mom at some point.
Yeah.
Like she was not raising her kids right.
Yeah.
And all of that. She felt guilty because she was like her first son.
Yeah.
Felt like she was not doing a good job with him. And then when he got married, she was feeling guilty because she had a kind of relief that the
Yeah.
responsibility of
Of him is now going to the wife. It's crazy, bro.
so she don't know how to feel at that point. Like I just like when is in the picture. And the fact that
Yeah.
she
Give
paid
it color.
she paid
Give the story color.
she paid this
Apprenticeship
guy's
for
apprenticeship
any
fee,
other.
and then she didn't come to
Rub it in their
yeah,
face.
she didn't even tell
The guy.
Auntie Carol what happened.
But the
Like
Eniola know that this person paid for them.
yes, Auntie Carol told him
Oh, okay.
right that yeah said she saw him one day.
Okay.
She
But
not
did Eniola know? Yeah.
she just knew him as she knew him as she knew her as
the way I'm trying to pronounce
she knew her as
yeah.
he knew oh god he knew her as Auntie Carol's customer, Auntie Carol's rich customer.
Oh,
that was just it. And then I like the fact that she didn't come to Auntie Carol that, I saw Nyola, he was disguised as a deaf and dumb person. He was begging and she didn't say all this. She was chill. Yeah, she was chill. Yeah, that's what. She was just chill. I just like
rich
that.
Auntie vibes now. Rich Auntie vibes. What else do you want me to ask you about this book?
Okay, you already asked me if I cried. If I cried, I said no.
Let me ask you again.
Did I cry?
Yes.
No, I did not cry.
Because while you were narrating the story to me now,
I was not fully emotional. I was trying my best to keep but I'm not supposed to. It's not about emotional. I can't be.
You imagine.
Shut a book. Come on.
Taking pride in
in my heart was stone.
Taking pride
in my evilness.
It's your evilness. And that's how it will germinate. To germinate. It will germinate in the beaker. It will germinate in the beaker.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but it was really, really
sorry, I can't stop.
Is it because of that video you're laughing?
Yes. I can't stop thinking about germinating.
I'm not there with you.
Germinate.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm cool.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
You will germinate in the beaker. In the beaker.
It's okay now. We
We
have heard, you understand?
Guys. Sorry, that was an inside joke. I'm so sorry.
So most people, I don't know, if you get it,
don't
get it, just forget about it. It's not that deep.
If you don't care it,
forget about it.
Forget about.
It's actually about.
No, it's forget about in the context of the joke.
Care about.
Forget about.
Yes.
If you don't
please.
care it, forget about.
So yeah, I
Back to
think
what you're saying.
Abami like actually does a really, really good job.
The thing I like about her the most is her pacing. She did a short story. I forgot what she called it. She called it Spent Lives. Yeah, it was a low-key boring story. That's why I told you it's not about the story, it's about the storytelling. Like great things seem to happen to those who can tell it. You get somebody will take, fetching water in the morning and narrate it as if
I was saying something to someone a few months back.
Yeah.
She was talking about listening to someone. It just was so important. She was like, why are we knowing the fact that her generator is bad? Maybe that something is wrong with her. And I'm like, I can walk from here back to where I came from. Yeah. And tell a story about my journey back. Yeah. Or someone can just decide to walk back and not have anything to say about it. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong, bro.
Okay, there was how this guy put his Salem King. He said, you never know how interesting your life is until you decide to
tell it as a story, bro.
I just think it's really nice. The fact that you can actually tell a story out of anything. Your life is not actually boring. It's not as boring as you think.
And your life is actually not that fun.
Yes. It doesn't even have to be that fun.
Bro,
in those very boring things, they're like I'm being said many things.
You're deep, actually. No, but the thing is, you are living in denial. The thing from episode 2, I have admitted. You get it's a surrendering that comes with growing up.
I think maybe
there's a surrendering that comes.
It will take a while. Maybe eventually I may agree. If I begin to see it soon.
We are
But
deep.
for now, let's just remain
it's,
where we are.
it's obvious.
Dixon is the deep one on the podcast. Thank you very much.
Good,
Thank
I'm
you.
fine.
Thank you.
It's the way you escape. You know, you do something and you quickly escape. You know, so that so that nothing happens. So yeah, like I love her pacing when it comes to storytelling. Like her pacing is it's like the way I want to describe it now. This is a deep perspective, but it's like weaving cornrows. You have a tight grip on the cornrows, like when you did that cornrows 2 Sundays ago. He had a very tight grip.
Okay,
You could tell that you guys it was masterfully woven. Do you understand? It's like a tapestry.
I understand.
So yeah, basically that is it. I think we should end this episode here. Enough spells.
I just want to say that I find comfort in the fact that
you talked about this story and made you talk.
Come
on,
that's far from my point.
Of course, I know it's far from your point, but you will never give me the roses I did. Roses, flowers.
Don't worry, I'll give you your flowers. If you're good now, find one and give you.
Can you
so
imagine?
Wait now, wait. I said
F5 0.
Doja 2, Dixon 0. It's fine.
It's fine. After doing you back, I will forgive you. You pay for your sins and then I'll forgive you.
Whatever.
Whatever. 2.5.
You shall love me now. So I was saying that I find comfort in the fact that we are never going to run out of good books or good movies.
I'll write some of those in the future. I'll
music.
give you guys some of those too.
And yeah, look forward to dishing out well prepared content, very soon. But like I just like generally in the general sense, never get to that point where you say, oh, we are done with making books. Like nobody should write again, stamped and sealed. Yeah. Right?
All the stories have been told. All of the,
yeah, there'll always be. Yeah. There's so much in our imagination to bring to life.
Talk about.
And it just feels really good to
Yeah, it feels good now that I think about it.
It is at this deep point. It's at this point that I think we'll end the episode.
We'll end the incantation.
I did not sing today. Like
you didn't sing.
I know.
Yeah, you see.
I'm beginning to.
No, it's the thing I do for you.
Oh please,
Bro,
I beg. What is it? It's about you. This has nothing to do with you. Please, I said.
See, I put a spell on you.
God.
Okay. It's at this point we come
putting spells on people in this episode.
Really?
Yes. Period. Point.
I put a spell on you to put a spell on us. Do you get? If you don't care, forget about
it, please. I choose to forget. So yeah, we have come to the end of
our incantation or spell.
Of the spell that we've casted. I don't know.
Well, we put a spell on you.
Thank you so much for listening.
I know like people are going to rush that book. Even me, like I'm going to try to make some time too. In fact, it feels like you just run. You look for the middle where you stop that story, that mortuary scene. And then we read from there.
But you should go and read. It's a really, really, really good book. Like, it's good. I would love to hear from you. I don't know. If you have read the book, I mean, you should understand like where I'm coming from. Yeah, and you should relate to most of the things I said. You can let us know what you think. I'm saying too many things. I mean,
it feels like you're itching to continue.
No, I don't want to. It's at this point where I drop my spoon. And
we stop cooking.
Say goodbye to you.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you in the next one.
See you in the next one.